Hello and welcome to the disabled team. Welcome to our first show where we're going to be able to invite guests. What's going on at Leeds United Football Club? Have your say. Let's start with some fixtures what have been moved, everybody. Tuesday the 30th of November, Leeds United versus Crystal Palace is a 8:15 kick-off. Sunday the 5th of December, Leeds versus Brentford, it's a 2:00 kick-off. Tuesday the 14th of December, Manchester City versus Leeds. That's now an 8:00 kick-off. Saturday the 18th of December, Leeds versus Arsenal, 5:30 kick-off. Sunday the 26th of December, Liverpool versus Leeds, and that's a 12:30 kick-off. 28th of December, Tuesday, Leeds versus Aston Villa, that's an 5:30 kick-off. And Sunday the 2nd of January, Leeds United versus Burnley, it's a 2:00 kick-off. So we've got no game on New Year's Day for the first time in ever.
No.
First time ever. So let's get into it. Right. One of us viewers from Australia basically couldn't make the show because over there it's about 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So he gave me this to read out. So let's start it off. He said this is from a guy called El Loco. He's a regular viewer.
Yeah.
He says, seeing as though I won't be able to get on the stream, I've done some research, and I think signing to Conor Gallagher would be a good signing. The first transfer window, we spent £74 million on Rafa, Rodrigo, Llorente, and Koch. If Andrea gives us the same budget plus the money we get from selling Rodrigo, Roberts, and other players, we should have about 110 million as our transfer budget. So Gallagher should be about £40 million. For that price, I believe that Chelsea would sell him on. He's got a killer pass, just what we need. So we should have £70 million left. I was then looking at our squad, and I think we need a striker that can rotate with Bamford. And I thought about, what about Martial? Should ban in some goals and cost £60 million. So that leaves us with about 10 million left. And I thought we have got centre-backs, wingers, strikers, midfielders, left-backs. What about a right-back? Needs some strengthening. Ayling is currently 30 and will start dropping in form. So I thought about some good young right-back talent, and I soon thought of Tariq Lamptey, currently playing for Brighton and a future England talent. He is worth £80 million, but he is quality.
Yeah.
So they are the signings for the summer. He says, then he goes on, he says, to the Wolves game. Wolves play with a lone striker, so we will be playing with a back four centre-backs outnumbering the striker. With the inclusion of Firpo, Bamford, Phillips and Rafinha, our setup strengthened significantly. The game will be very difficult, but the boys will come out firing and ready to go once they watch the game back. Then he goes on about saying, you take your time, Big Mally, you take your time, our friend. Then he goes on saying that his Leeds lineup. Goalkeeper, France's number one. Meslier. Left back, Spanish Alioski, Firpo. Centre back, Mr. Reliable, question mark because of his injuries, but when he does play, he's reliable.
Yeah.
Llorente. Centre back, super duper Liam Cooper. I won't go as far as saying super duper, but look, this is our locals team use. Right back, Big Shaq, the one and only. CDM, Yorkshire Polo, Phillips. Hi, Leeds 2021. How you doing, my friend? Left mid, Welsh message at Dan James. Centre midfield, Dashing Dallas. CAM, Rubbish Rodrigo. Right midfield, future Neymar Rafinha. And striker, Biddy Bam. Hopefully we get a result. And if we don't, at least get a good performance. I thought that were brilliant from El Loco. That were a brilliant question. Email sort of finished sent into us. Yeah. Here we go. So I thought that were brilliant. Let's have a look at this. Right. So we've got Big Malay says he's going to be back in 5 minutes. I Leeds 2021. I had Sable team. Leeds 2021 says he's good. How are we? Apart from Leeds United, we're doing fine. Physically, I feel fine. Mentally, I feel drained. But yeah. So that's the sort of players El Loco would look into buying. Martial, Conor Gallagher, and Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah.
It's on about selling Rodrigo, Roberts, and other players who are up to scratch.
Yeah.
And, I agree with what he says. It's a bit like my dad yesterday when he had that conversation with me when he says he's a bit concerned about Bielsa. He thinks Bielsa only plays one way. He thinks that he might be the manager to get us promoted, but if he's not careful, he's going to be the manager who gets us relegated.
Yeah.
My dad thinks that Bielsa's took Leeds as far as he can take us. I mean, I'm not sure about that, but that's what my father says.
Yeah.
Yes, Leeds 2021. I was fed up of people sending in messages and me not knowing how to pop them up. This just seems easy way to go about it. We're still going to use OBS when we're doing as recordings, but Streamlabs when we're doing as live streams. So yeah, we just think it's easier because I'll never be able to know how to do this with OBS. Honestly, it would, and then trying to add guests and stuff with OBS, it would just get very difficult. Did you? Where do you think it went wrong in that game against Southampton Leeds 2021? It'd be good to get your thoughts. It really would be. Be really good to get your thoughts. See, my dad thinks that Bielsa's took us as far as he can take us. And some of these players who've come from Championship have now reached the level, and there's no more to get. There's no more to. You can't get any more out of them.
No.
Bielsa can't get no more out of these players. That's and he tried to change it formation of free at back. That didn't work. It were never going to work. We never play well with playing free at back.
No.
Yes, we were missing Phillips, Rafinha, Koch. Who else were missing?
Furbo.
And
Luke Ayling.
Well, Luke Ayling hasn't done all season, has he?
Well,
Koch has always been injured. So here's my list of underperformers. Bielsa, Ayling, Cooper, Firport, Phillips, Dallas, Klitsch, Harrison, Rodrigo, and Bamford. Too many for my money. What? So you even think Phillips is an underperformer, Big Mallet? Wow, that is a shock. I agree with Ayling. I agree with Cooper. I don't think Cooper's as good as what he's been out to be. But to be fair to him, he played a lot better than what Llorente did, I think, anyway. But that's me in that Southampton game. Dallas, I agree. Klitsch, I agree. Bamford, definitely Rodrigo. Definitely Rodrigo. What's gone wrong with Leeds is injuries. I can do it now, can't I? I can pop them up on screen. There we go. How's that, Big Mally? I can put them up on screen now. That is putting cat amongst pitchings in it, saying about Phillips not underperforming. I think if you're going to be really, really honest, Big Mally, really, really honest, hand on heart now, let's get it all out on table. I think the majority of the team have underperformed. I think there's only Meslier who can hold his head up held high. Llorente's too injury prone, so he hasn't exactly been consistent.
No.
Koch, Koch reminds me of Forshaw. Koch reminds me of Forshaw. Yeah, my dad thinks that some of these have reached the peak, Big Mally, and they don't think that Bielsa can get any more out of them. He thinks that this is what's done it to us. Leeds 2021 said what's gone wrong with Leeds is injuries and not taking his chances when scoring. Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. There's no doubt about it. Totally, I agree with that. At least 2021. You see, this is the beauteous thing about being why we love football, innit? We all have our own ideas, and none of them are really wrong.
No.
We have our own opinions, but none of them are really wrong, because people we're intelligent. Well, say we're intelligent. You might be intelligent. I'm not. But we you know what I mean? We're intelligent people. We know exactly what's going on. All right, lads. It's clear to see we are struggling with injuries. Once we get a full strength team, we'll be fine. Right. Well, welcome to the show, Sean. As always, Big Mally says brilliant. So he's happy with us being able to put messages up. Meslier, Raf, and James have done okay so far. Yeah. Well, Rafi's been brilliant, hasn't he? Rafinha's been absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about it. Do you just think it's that, Sean? Do you just think it's down to that? We're struggling with injuries. Because honestly, right, I want to show everybody something if I can. If this works. Right, share my screen. Share screen. I don't want to share that screen. Share. Right? There we go. Right. This is the Southampton game. Right? This is what concerns me here. We have 3 shots, none on target. I mean, it's saying here, according to official Premier League website, we had 54.7% possession. I don't think we did. I thought Southampton bossed it, personally. So that's what I wanted to. That's first screen I wanted to show you. Right, this is the team we had yesterday. Meslier, Cooper, Llorente, Stroik, Tyler Roberts, Dallas, Klitsch, Jamie Shackleton, forwards Rodrigo, Dan James, Jack Harrison. Substitute bench looks very, very underwhelming, shall we say. But saying that, as under 23s are doing well. They play again tonight, don't they?
Yes.
They play tonight against Everton. Good luck under 23s against Everton. Right, now this is what I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you, Sean. Right? That was Southampton. This were against Burnley. We had 64%. We had 2 shots on target. Out of 12 shots. Yeah. But look at the team we had then against Burnley. We had Rafinha. We had Harrison. We had Bamford. We had us, you know what I mean? We had us Erling, Dallas, Rodrigo, Phillips. That was as close to as full team as you can get. And we still only managed 2 attempts on target in 90 minutes. And that's with us first team playing. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? That's the way I have. That's the way I have. Even if we get these players back, is it going to be enough to turn his fortunes round? You know, when next week when some of them are back, Archer is going to have to weave his magic because we are not going to sign any big names in the summer. You don't think so? I would have said I don't think we're going to sign any big names in January. I think January, Molly, it's going to be hardest window. It always is.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the right mind is going to sell their best players in January? Nobody.
No.
Nobody. And I mean, I'm not being funny, but Victor Orta's signings in this last 2 transfers since Premiership, there's only been Rafinha, who's been consistent. Out of the signings, who's he signed? He signed since we got into Premiership. He signed Rafinha, Rodrigo, Koch,
Llorente.
Llorente's been he's been injury prone, and so there's big signings. There's only Rafinha what's worked, Mally.
Yeah.
There's only Rafinha what's worked in this Premiership era with the signings we've been brought in. And we talk that he might be on his way out in somewhere to Liverpool anyway, Rafinha. So his only player we've brought in through club. Well, he's popped up with something else. There we go. There are at least 7 clubs more attractive than Leeds. And now Newcastle will be coming on the table. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Newcastle will shake the tree a bit, definitely. They've got the money to, haven't they? You know, they've got the money to. I honestly, if people watch that video before this one about, that foot conversation I had with my father, the more and more I sit and think about what he says about how Bielsa's only plays one way. If that he's too stubborn to change it. And these players that we keep relying on keep letting him down. The more and more I believe, I'm tending to believe it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Honestly, it's scary, Lee, because Bielsa might be known as the manager who's got promoted to Premiership.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be a manager who gets us relegated if he's not careful.
Yeah.
We were saying this earlier on, weren't we?
Mm.
We were saying this earlier on, and I don't know what he can do to change it. I really don't. I don't know what he can do to change it. It's. I'm hoping that Sean's right when he says that women's players come back from injury. Will be a stronger side, and results will start picking results up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not so sure. I am so sure. I'm not saying Bielsa out. Definitely not. What I'm saying is some of these players have let Bielsa down.
Yeah.
You know, especially against Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
There were only one or two who could positively held high. And tactics were a bit wrong against Southampton. We were trying long balls to smallest man not pitching Dan James. That didn't work.
There are comments to change, but we know Bielsa wasn't.
There are options to change, but we know Bielsa won't. Well, his form's saying that anyway. If he keeps on giving Roberts a chance after chance after chance, you know, it's frightening. It's definitely frightening. We cannot afford to get relegated again. We can't because if we get relegated, we won't come straight back up again. Definitely not. Definitely not. That championship's getting harder and harder. You see, and the problem is with playing more or less the same squad as what we played last season to this season. And a thin squad, it won't work at Premiership.
No,
you need a squad. You need to bolster your squad when you get into Premiership.
mm-hmm.
And I don't mean just buying players here, there, and everywhere. I mean buying players in of quality. You see, as far as I see it, he's had 2 summer transfer windows.
Mm.
He's had one January transfer window, and we haven't bolstered his squad.
No.
We haven't done it. We haven't replaced, in my eyes, Hernandez.
No.
We didn't really replace Saiz.
No.
Not really. Here we go. Look, and the new welcome to show TD5. Nice to have you here as always. You're well and welcome. Yes. So look, I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. I'd love it if someone could tell us. You know, one of you guys could wave your magic wand and say, "This is how we're going to survive. This is how we're going to." You know, stay in league. This is what needs to be done. Is Paddy back Saturday?
What about Bamford?
Patrick Bamford, yeah.
Yes, he's back.
He's back Saturday for definite, or is this just potential return?
No, it says he's back.
Right, so he's back.
Yep. Bamford back. Phillips back. And
Phillips
back.
So,
but I mean, for Phillips not.
Innit?
No.
Right. Well, look. TD5 asks a question, Lee. TD5. Sorry, Big Molly. We have too small of a squad. I don't want to have to play Dallas at left back. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Big Bally, are you ready? This is his how he saw it. The obvious answer is to score more and concede less. Yeah. No, I agree though, TT5. Skip that one back on. We were just saying that we have too small of a squad, and I don't want to have to keep playing Dallas at left back. If Firpo's out again, which we think he probably might be,
yeah, he's got muscle injury.
right? So it looks like we're going to be playing Dallas at left back again, then TD5, unfortunately. So Phillips, Paddy, Rafinha back on Saturday, 3 key players. They will be back. Yeah, so there's three. Yeah, Phillips will be back because he could have played. He could have played against Southampton, but Bielsa chose not to. Rafinha's fit as a fiddle, and Patrick should be fully recovered. So there's 3 key players back. But is that going to? Have you seen enough in? Rafinha definitely for goals. If you said to me, right, Rafinha's going to get us a goal, I'd probably say you're probably right. Paddy, he's only scored one in them 5 games he played, but he does take players with him. He makes space for Rafinha to run into. This is a thought. Why not play with Dallas on one side, Harrison on the other, and Rafinha down middle? That's what Big Mally says. I can't take credit for that. Big Mally said that. But I was going to say, why could maybe try and play, or even try and play with 2 up top? Play Cooper at left back with Pascal and Llorente in the middle. Yeah, because I don't know what let's put that one on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's happened to Dallas this season, but it's nowhere near up to level what they were up to last season. There's no doubt about it. Here we go. TD5's just come up and come. There you go. Big man. I don't think Cooper would work at left back. Doesn't have the pace and couldn't handle Adama Traore at Wolves on the right wing with his pace. That's a good point. Is that by TD5 actually? It's a really good point. Adama Traore's pace, and let's be honest. Wolves have found some form, haven't they?
Yeah.
Wolves have found some form, haven't they? Jimenez has scored. He's back at net now. He's a danger man. There's no doubt about it. He's a definite danger man. Welcome everybody in chat. You're all very welcome to this edition at Disabled Team. Big Mally said he would be less of a liability out on the left. I think what he means is there'd be less of a liability than what Dallas has been at the moment. Because he's not hitting any sort of form like he was last season. To be fair though, you can name that a lot. You can figure that a lot of players. A lot of them players, for some reason, are not playing to the same high standard as what they played last season. Now, is that because the fans are back? Is it because we can't see we can't even say Hernandez because he didn't really get a running team anyway.
No.
The only player I think we're missing is genuinely Zalewski. He's the only player who played nearly every minute. And his work ethic up and down, up and down, up and down. He was like Jonas Silbuni, wasn't he? So this is if we would have had Rafinha, Phillips, Firpo, Paddy on Saturday, we'd have won. I'm not so sure. Because what Southampton did well, they pressed us as a unit. We could they pressed us upfield. That would have meant Phillips would have had to fall back. Rafinha, would he have got out? We pressed what were on us. I'm not so sure. On paper we should have won, and I'll be honest with you, Sean. I think even without them players, we should have won that game. We prior to kick off. I always, until I saw that team, I said that we'd at the very worst we'd get a point because I didn't see Southampton scoring.
No,
I didn't see Southampton scoring. That was thin. TD5 has come up and said this. That's why we really we should have got another left back or kept Alioski as backup left back, who I know we wanted to keep, but Alioski wanted the money. Yeah, that's true. TD5 he did, and we couldn't afford. We couldn't pay that wages what he was getting offered. That was daft. Right, here we go. Big Molly's pops up with something. Sorry, what I mean is he would be less of a liability when playing in the middle. Right. Sorry, yeah, right now I'm with you, Big Molly. That team we put out looked poor on Saturday. Yeah, it didn't fill you with much confidence, did it? Did it, Sean? It didn't fill you with much confidence whatsoever, my friend. And neither did bench. But again, this is another thing about that bench, right? It was mainly under 23 players, wasn't it? Under 23s. If them players aren't going to get a start in that game when senior players were missing, when are they going to get the chance to start a game?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
When are they going to get a chance to start? What happened to Leif Davis? No idea.
He's on loan to Bournemouth.
Oh, is he on loan to Bournemouth? You're right. Leif Davis is at Bournemouth.
I know it's more important on him. I don't know what's.
TD5 said same thing. Big Mally thanking everybody. Who's the 23's left back? Who's on the 23's left back? No, it's not Somerville.
No, not Somerville, not Jarmo. Jarmo's in centre mid. It's.
Oh, wait, who is left?
Who's left back?
Is it not McKin? No.
No, because we couldn't.
And it's not Cresswell. Liam McCurran.
Yeah.
Liam McCurran.
Yeah.
Thank you, TD5. Rodrigo needs Rafinha to look lively. Them two are starting to click. December's fixtures for TV has been announced. Yeah, I read them out this beginning at show. Leeds 2021. Tuesday, 30th of November, Leeds versus Crystal Palace at 8:15 kickoff. Sunday, the 5th of December, Leeds v Brentford, 2 o'clock kickoff. Tuesday, the 14th of December, Manchester City v Leeds United, 8 o'clock kickoff. Saturday, the 18th of December, Leeds United v Arsenal, 5:30 kickoff. Sunday, the 26th of December, Boxing Day, Liverpool versus Leeds, 12:30 kickoff. Tuesday, the 28th of December, Leeds versus Aston Villa, 5:30 kickoff. Sunday, the 2nd of January, Leeds versus Burnley, 2 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, so that's as Christmas fixtures look forward to. Your time was that on 30th of November, 8:15 at night. And I think this is his first time in, as far back as what I can remember, we're not having a game on New Year's Day. We're playing on 2nd instead. So that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. I tell you something. It's November and December. It's a dreadful run for teams for Leeds, isn't it?
No, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to on the fixtures list. But about 2 teams looking forward to: Man City and Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I want to avoid them.
I'm
They'll on this form, they'll annihilate us.
I've got to go to.
Yeah, you look, TD Leeds 2021. Thank you very much, my friend, for coming. You're a star, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, you don't have to, you know, you're a star. Big Melly, Leeds 2021, stay safe. He's a top lad, he's Big Melly, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a top lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
TD5. If we finish 17th this season, I'll be happy. Yeah, I'll tell you something, TD5. At this moment in time, if you said we're going to finish 17th, I'll reach and tell you and slap your hand off. I'll take it now. I'll take it now. Honest to God, I really would, because this season it's going to be dreadful. It's going to be on. Nerves are going to be all. Team for Saturday, hopefully. Meslier, Shacks, Lorente, Cooper, Dallas, Phillips, Dan James, Rodrigo, Klitsch, Rafinha, Paddy. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best team, innit? That's his best team. Leeds 2021, we're playing Big Mally. I stay safe, Big Mally. Well, always stay safe, my friend. Let's put Sean's team back on. Meslier, you'd have Meslier, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Shacks, Lorente, Cooper, Dallas. I'm worried about Dallas, I really am. Phillips, Dan James, Rodrigo, Klitsch, Rafinha, Patrick, yeah. Don't you think, though, that when we play Rodrigo in midfield, we lose something again? I could see us crumbling under the pressure. Most recent time we crumbled was under Bielsa playoffs, 2018 to 2019. TD5, I agree. I've been on several Toon fan YouTubes and asked them to finish below us. Yeah. I'll tell you something. When Newcastle scored first against Tottenham, my heart, in first minute 40 odd seconds, my heart sunk. I thought, can we can get any bloody worse? That's honest to God. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyway. If anybody wants to join, sure. You're more than welcome to. But yeah, my heart sunk when Newcastle scored first. Thought, God, it can't be. It's not going to be one of them, is it? Yeah, that's the link to joint show if anybody wants to. If not, I'm happy doing it this way if you're happy. You know, we thought we'd give you option to joint show. So it's how are we feeling against Wolves this Saturday? Is it going to be a difficult game? I think it is.
I can fight it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can fight it. I can fight it on Saturday.
Positively.
Yeah, Rafinha probably if Rafinha back, probably score.
I'm on it. I don't know. She'll probably be finishing work or something late, or rushing back on train or something. She's brilliant as a man, ain't she?
Yeah.
She's brilliant. I would love to come on, but I'm going to fish. I'm going to for fish and chips now. How much longer will you be live? Well, I don't know. No idea, TV5. How long's a pizza string? Keep going until we're ready, until everyone's had to say. Because that's what the show's all about, is you lot all having your say. I do think we are going to struggle, though, if I'm honest. Don't know. She messaged me over day, Saturday. Sunday, Sunday morning. He's going to fish and chips. fish and chip Friday, isn't it?
Monday.
Oh, is it Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday. I don't know what day it is. You should 100% do more streams on StreamYard. TV5, 10 minutes is at least half an hour. Yeah. Keep going. So are you're looking forward to this game against Wolves?
Yeah.
I am. I'm not looking forward to this game against Wolves at all. I'm sorry, mate, I'm not.
If we're feeling back, probably if we score a goal.
Who?
Within you, if he's back.
Yeah, look, it's the other team, the rest of the team has to chip in with goals. We can't keep relying on Rafinha. It's not fair. We can't keep relying on we can't keep relying on Rafinha. No. But Bamford needs to score now, doesn't he?
Bamford needs to score.
I mean, he's 1 goal in 5 games ain't good enough for someone who's, let's get Bamford back to playing, back to why he got picked for England squad.
Is in good
form. Yeah, they are out the Mali, and we were saying earlier on, I don't know if you heard, but Hernandez is for Raul Jimenez is back at net now, so that's a bit concerning. But you think we're going to win?
Yeah,
you're mad. You're just mad. You're mad.
I want to say Dan James scored a goal for Leeds, but that not happened if Dan James. Well, mate, if he's back, when was Dan James on the bench?
No, because I think Harrison will be on bench.
You think?
I think it'll be. I think what Bielsa will do is saying that it starts Harrison, doesn't he? He starts Harrison, doesn't he? Yeah. You might be right. So, but James will be on bench.
Yeah, and probably James come on from
Rafinha with about 10 minutes to go. It's just too predictable. It's just too predictable what Bielsa does. This is the problem. If we can see it, other Premier League team managers can see it. It's just so predictable. What worries Sean is that Paddy struggles to get back free at the back. Yeah, because what they'll do, they'll just follow him everywhere he goes. So that's all they'll need to do. I don't know if anyone watched Connor's show. I think it was this morning I watched. No, yesterday I watched it this morning. And he were on about how easy it is to beat Leeds United at this moment in time. And he was saying that all you got to do is put the press high up on Leeds, which takes Phillips out of the game. It takes Rafinha's capabilities of running with ball out of the game, and it leaves Bamford exposed at back. He says it's so easy to beat Leeds United at this moment in time. You know what I mean? And I think to be fair to Connor, I think he's played football at a decent level before, hasn't he? He's played football at a pretty high level as Connor. And I think he's concerned. He's concerned, definitely. He's definitely concerned about it. I'm just worried, guys, that we just aren't reaching the heights what we reached last season. And unfortunately, forming something like it's not a tap where you can turn it on and turn it off. You're either in form or you're out of form, and it's difficult. If you're out of form, difficult to get your form back halfway through the season. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's difficult to get it back. See, and don't forget, another thing with Wolves, They like pressing.
Mm.
They like pressing as well, don't they?
Yep.
And they're pretty tidy with their passing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be difficult. All I think we should, all I expect from Leeds United out of this game is that they're putting a bit of an effort. They play with a bit of pride what they did play with on Saturday.
Mm.
And they try to give it everything. They give it everything. Otherwise, if they get another, I don't think they dare do another slack performance like that at home because they won't want 37,000 fans on the back.
No.
With 4 points off, we were this time last season, early days. I get that, Sean. I really do, and I appreciate that. Honest to God, I really do. But it's the manner. It's the manner of the performances we seem to be putting in. We look a shadow amongst what we were last season. I mean, we've played Burnley, who were one of the favourites to go down.
Yeah.
We've played Southampton, who had a treacherous home record in 2021, and Newcastle, who were absolutely appalling. And we haven't beaten any of them. We haven't beaten any of them. Do you know what I mean? And Burnley, we had everyone playing, including. Let me try some. Shadow keeps appearing on my face. I look like I've come from somewhere out of Mars. I think that's better. Just turn the light down a bit. No, and that's made it worse.
You might say that.
Big Mal is saying we are predictable due to the lack of squad depth. I mean, that's down to yes. That's something else. That's something else. What I can't take credit for, but it's true. Bielsa likes playing with small squads. Is that worse? Is that better? Does that look better to you, Lee?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
There you go. There. We are it's Bielsa who likes playing with small squads. It's like small squads that every league is played in. But the problem is this isn't La Liga. This isn't Argentinian football. It's probably one of the hardest premierships ever. And I mean ever. With teams that are in it and money what's been spent. This is the hardest season ever in Premiership.
You gave Christmas.
You've got that Christmas effect. Cheers, Molly. I appreciate that. No, it's. I don't know. Look. Let's be honest. We're in a bit of trouble where we are in league. We're one injury away from absolute disaster.
Yeah,
we are. We're one injury away from absolute disaster. If Llorente gets injured again, we're in trouble. Another question, guys. I know Cooper's as captain, and I get it, but would people be disheartened if we played Cresswell next to Llorente? Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought on maybe even giving Geltard a go or playing Greenwood instead of bringing Greenwood on instead of bringing Robertson. Trying something different. Just something different. I mean, I had this wild idea of playing 4-1-3-2 formation, playing 2 up top. I really did. And the 3 midfield would have been James on one side, Harrison on other, and Rafinha down middle. You'd start Strike instead of Cooper. It's Tinselius. You need some cream for it. I'd start Strike instead of Cooper. Strike Llorente would be solid. Yeah, I agree. Big Mally. I'd drop Cooper in an heartbeat. So you see, some people worship Cooper. Some people don't. This is why I love the game. This is why I love this game. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. What do you think to Cooper?
Name from my spot now.
Ever?
I like Cooper, but
do you think we're too sentimental? Sorry, mate. Sorry. let you answer that question.
I like Cooper, but we need like Chris Wall or striking.
Do you think Cooper's not? I'm not. Let's put that up because that's relevant. We're just saying it. I keep forgetting. Sorry, Sean. I've got to get used to that. I know how to put them up. Do you think we're a bit too sentimental with this Premier League? With these Championship players because they got us promoted. Don't put Lee on the spot, Dad. Puts me on the spot all the time, Ollie. He puts me to shame half at time and all, my friend. He puts me to shame half at time. You know more about Leeds than I do sometimes, Lee. But no, I agree, and I think you see, Big Mally and Sean are on the same page to drop Cooper in a heartbeat, and Cooper's not good enough. I don't know. I just think, are we too loyal to these players who've got us promoted from Championship? Are we too loyal to them? That's the question I want to ask everyone. Is it yes or no? Are we too loyal to some Championship players just because they got us promoted?
Yes.
You're saying yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Lee's saying yes. Hermione, how are you doing, love? We were just talking about you. Well, Mally, what? Yeah. You were asking where you are. Hey up, HC. Yeah, you see, you're well famous, you, Hermione. The people were asking where you were. You know, I was asking. We knew that you were busy.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Michael Brown. How are you doing, my friend?
Yay! I bet people said, "Oh
no, mate. What am I doing? What? I can do something. Stop, Hermione. There you go. Hi, Stu and Lee, and of course in chat just got home. Well, you're welcome to show Hermione. Big Mally saying, "Hey up, Ditch." Michael Brown saying, "Hi guys." Sorry, I'm like a kid in a toy shop. I keep forgetting that we've got that. We know how to do it now.
I bet people said, "Oh, it's better or 1 year."
Well, yes, someone did say that. I'm all the better now that we do it. I'm all the better now. Saturday night and Sunday, our unconsolidable, if that's the word. Bless you for what you did early. No, never be embarrassed, man. Never be embarrassed. Never be embarrassed at all. No, you never have to be embarrassed on this channel. Never in a million years. Big Mally, have we got a player in the squad who can fire up the team? That's a trait of a captain, in my opinion. Have we got no, because Phillips is too nice, isn't he?
Mm.
Phillips is too nice. Bamford's too quiet. James is too quiet. No, I think you're right, McMally. I don't think we've got any what you call leaders in the squad, no.
Oh, we've got Messi.
Yeah, but Messi doesn't really say a lot. He's a goalkeeper. Only time you hear him say so what his keepers, you know, when he wants well.
With Ineos.
Cooper slows us down too much. This is a big question, Lee. I've asked this myself. Do Leeds have the money to bring in the required players?
No. No.
Wesley should be skipper, in my opinion. Don't you think he's a bit too young, though, Sean? Do you know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but do you think you need someone in like midfield who can talk to your defenders and talk to your attackers? Llorente for Armani. But it's a good shout, but I'm not going to argue with Armani, I promise you, but is he too injury prone? Is he too unreliable? So does that make any sense? Big Mally says Mesley or maybe Bill. Michael Brown says not sure with what's wrong with Dallas. All I know is he has off the field issues. Big Mally says not unless we sell players. That's answering Michael's question. He was barking orders all day Saturday. Fair enough. That's fair enough, Sean. That's fair enough. We never really replaced Pablo. No, I don't think we did either. I mean, but no one answered that question for me, did they? Bless them. I have Llorente, but KP if is injured. But in KP the quiet sort of lad, you know what I mean? Not what I mean by that is KP's quiet, isn't he?
Mm.
Is shy, his KP. But I guess if you give him captain's armband, maybe we'll see a bit of an improvement this season in KP. Because let's be honest, and on that, none of them players are performing to what they did last season. None of them. None of them. Big Mally, if you go back to the beginning of the show, Big Armani, Big Mally put a list up. Let me see if I can find it. We need a motivator. Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's go back to where Big Mally said, this is what Big Mally said at the beginning of the show, Armani. To put a cat amongst the pigeons, here is my list of underperformers. Bielsa, Ayling, Cooper, Firpo, Phillips, Dallas, Klitsch, Harrison, Rodrigo and Bamford. Too many for my money. That's what Big Mally was saying at the beginning. We need a motivator. I'll give him a motivator. I would only stick a rocket with the backside or something. I'll do all. I do love some good fish and chips. They've got to be good though. GD5, you know what I mean? Batter's got to be just right, not too thick. Chips have got to be thick, chunky chips. Good old-fashioned, cut by hand.
Mm.
Not like these stupid French fries you get in McDonald's.
Forgot James.
Forgot James. Forgot James. He's looking at the fixtures for December. Tell you so much. It's a month and a half. It's November and December, isn't it? Wow, the fixtures. What we've got coming up. Habani, let's ask you a question now, because I'm going to pick on you now a bit. Vinnie Jones would sort of Vinnie Jones would sort of wear team out as well. Never mind just our team, he'd sort of wear team out. Habani, right. Question for you. Have these players produced the high football what you'd expect them to play? Yes, bring back Vinny, she says. Too right. Michael Brown. I still have faith in Bielsa. It's his second season syndrome for Leeds. And the teams we played against last season are sussing us out. Southampton, Newcastle and Burnley were more prepared how to combat Leeds this season. Michael, I'm sure I saw you on Connor's show, you know, his last one, he did his review. And he said, if you remember, he was saying about how easy it is to beat us. How easy it is to beat Leeds United. Amani says, yes, bring back Vinny. Big Mally replies to Hamani by saying, I think DJ is doing okay. He's still finding his feet. Dan James. Ooh, that's going to cause... Ooh. I didn't expect us to finish ninth again like this season, but I didn't expect us to play this bad. Michael Brown, that's not a good sign. Amani, here we go. This is why I love Amani. She never changes her tone, does she? She never changes her tune. She's you know, she doesn't flip flop. Definitely not. All James does is run fast. No final ball and no end product.
Yeah, wait a minute. How's the Man United fan?
How is Dan James doing? It's hard to say, really. The tactics yesterday on Saturday were high balls up to him, but Dan, as we all know, Dan James isn't the tallest man in the world. He's not going to win many headers, is he?
No.
Against tall centre backs and left backs. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Michael Brown. Yeah, true. Conon were right. TD5, Bielsa and the coaches will be working on Dan James's end product. Yeah, I agree. 'Cause, Daniel, you're a Man United fan. How much training does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do at Man United? I mean, I've been told that he doesn't do an awful lot of training. He just expects the players to know how to play football. I think you call it Ole Gunnar freestyle or something. Big Mally thinks Dan James will come good.
No, Big Mally again.
Big Mally again. Harrison isn't exactly pulling up trees. No, none of them are though, Big Mally. None of them are, Mally. None of them. And it's scary. It is. It's scary. We cannot afford to get relegated again, you guys. Honestly, we can't. We can't afford to get relegated again. Bielsa is sorry, or Radzali is going to have to find some money from somewhere. He's going to have to find some money from somewhere. Go to 49ers and ask him to cough some more money up. The coaches do the training, but the team doesn't really show any signs of training. Just more just individual brilliance. Yeah, I think it's Saeed we were watched, and he wants Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gone. He wants him out at club. He's had enough of him. He's totally had enough of him. Yeah. If he had his way, he'd go looking for him and send him out, kick him out of Old Trafford himself. If he had his way. Watford, Newcastle. No, I agree with Watford and Norwich, but Newcastle, I think they'll be all right. I think they're going to spend in summer. I think they're going to spend in summer, in January as well. Sorry, I think Newcastle will spend in January. I really do, Mally. It will be a tough season for Leeds this season. The only saving grace is that Norwich, Burnley, Watford, Newcastle, and even Southampton and Leeds. Newcastle were very poor against Spurs yesterday. I agree, but they're going to spend money in January, Michael. You know what I mean? They can afford to bring whoever they want in now. If a player's overpriced, they'll just pay it anyway to get him. Whatever scum are doing in training, it ain't working. No, they aren't doing very well, are they, at home? Especially at home. TD5. I've waited 16 years. He's only 13, he's TD5, to be back in the Prem. And then this is in just a second season. Wow. Man United have better quality. They shouldn't need training. Most fans are turning now. However, our other forwards have improved under Ole in general, as Dan James and product never really did improve. His main strength was his work rate defensively and threat on the counter. Who is going to want to go to Newcastle in January? It all depends on who they bring in, Mally, doesn't it? It all depends on who they bring in as a manager. I mean, I spoke to a Newcastle fan, and he thinks they'll bring in a manager up to end of season, someone like Frank Lampard or someone like that, and then Rafael Benitez goes back in summer. But problem is, Rafael Benitez's record's not much better to Steve Bruce's. Hermani, I think Newcastle won't go mad. Maybe 60, 70 million, but get quite a few on loan with big wages for the rest of the season in case they still go down. It's so tight down at that bottom, innit? It's so tight, everybody. It's so tight. Sean, Newcastle only spending 50 million and they won't attract anyone decent until they get Champions League. It will take them at least 3 seasons to finish top 4. I think it could even take longer, to be honest, Sean. I'll tell you the reason why. Man United will spend again. Man City will spend again. Chelsea will spend again, and Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's not forgetting Tottenham and stuff like that. I mean, it's. This is why I'm saying it's such a hard league this season. I bet this is the hardest Premiership's ever been. Michael Brown. Leeds need to get all our injured players back fit and firing on all cylinders. At the moment, the performance is about 5% down on last season by some players. I think it's even less. TD5. Apparently, Man U are the best team in the world, according to some of their fans at XD. Joke, no chance. Now. Evening, lads. Reading the comments and understood the worry people have. I wasn't expecting 9th, but still think 14th to 16th is where we'll end up. I'd tell you something, Chris. I'll snap your hand off for that. I would. I'd eat me out for that. I would, honest. Everton have spent over 600 million in the last 5 years and still out climbing the table. Doubt Newcastle can do that quickly either. Yeah, I'm in agreement with Dan Gilbert. I am in agreement with him. I think it's going to be so difficult. I mean, I think it's going to be so difficult with teams that have already got money. I'll tell you, next club to get taken over, shall I? Honestly, do you know what I think next club is? Who's going to have rich owners?
No.
West Ham. I think West Ham.
Yeah.
They are more thirsty kicks than Newcastle. Yeah, I agree. 14th is an overachievement this season, considering the way we're playing. 16th, 17th, then, is that what we're saying?
I'm saying 15th.
You're saying 15th.
But if we're not, probably.
Don't say relegation places.
No, probably not. Probably.
I think I don't. I think it's possible, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say relegation places.
Probably 15th.
But I've got to be realistic and think that there's a chance that we will.
Probably 15th or 15th.
16th.
Or 16th, 1, 2 places.
I'm saying 17th at best. It could be worse.
Scunthorpe, brilliant.
After sitting and talking to Ollie BTW.
Hi guys.
By the wheel. Hi Ollie BTW. I hope you're doing well. Everyone's welcome in here. In Northwest. And man, you crap me up. You really do. I hear Newcastle have about 50-60 million to spend, plus due to the financial fair play in the Premier League, they are restrained on any clubs that try to overspend. Well, last I heard, Michael, it was 200 million. That was last I heard. Raggy's all the rest. West Brom. West Brom. That's what all the BTW says. Big Mally, survival is a priority. We'll go right to European dreams. Yeah, I agree. Asked Ollie by the real funny joke, yeah. They have 190 million before FFP. Yeah, so, but like it says, who's going to want to go to them? Or they're going to attract? I mean, we listening to a guy called Tufty, and he's a proper Newcastle Geordie fan. And he as soon as takeover got announced, he says that Steve Bruce is packing up his office. He's still saying it now, and I think he's still there. AJ best centre back in the world. And Joshua.
He's
The boxer.
The boxer. No,
It took Man City 3 seasons after they were taken over to win the Prem. And I bet it were easier then than what it is now, Sean, wasn't it? Worth 800 mil. Big contracts will always attract players if Newcastle offer enough. What, you think they'll go there because of wages? Just because of wages? Just because of wages? Possibly. Possibly. Tell you something, I wish we had some money to spend this January and summer. I really do. Really do. Really. What's his predictions for Wolves game, everybody? Let's get early predictions in. We'll do a preview show near the time. TD5. Who's the best? Why is he in the Championship? Michael Brown, not if they are in the relegation zone. Good point. Only way we get into Europe is if they give a spot to the worst performance by a team this year, and that's us. Yeah, what against so against Southampton? She's right. She's right. It was. You'll never see a performance like that again. I were on what do you call it? YouTube, and I were looking at. You tired?
No.
I were on YouTube, and I were looking at Leeds United highlights. A big show went on for less than 2 minutes. That's how poor it was. Who should not Newcastle sign?
Nobody.
I think Jesse Lingard. I think he'll be. I think he'll do all right for him. I think Jesse Lingard will, and I think they could do with a centre back. I think they could do with a centre back. But Jesse Lingard would be my first signing if I were Newcastle. Honestly, that'd be my first signing. TD5, but money talks. I agree. It's nice actually to just to be in here with you lot and not getting stressed out and stuff like that. It's really nice. Haaland.
Haaland, no, probably not.
Imagine him going to Newcastle.
He's not. He might go to Man City.
Yeah.
Put wants him. He wants him.
Him overcame.
He wants Haaland and Lewandowski.
Does he?
He wants 2 strikers.
Wow. That was by far the worst performance in the Premiership ever since we was promoted. It made me go straight to the bottle.
Ben Rooney.
You'd be getting cheaper, all what do you mind? Do you know what I mean?
What? A manager or a manager?
Let's get a drink.
One hour and 18 minutes around.
I know I don't like that bit. I don't like that bit. Clock flashing red at top. It's all right. I don't like that bit. I don't want to know how long I've been on. I don't want to know how many people are in me, but I just want to enjoy it. Don't care. Not interested about how long I've been on.
Come on, he's win time.
Who is winning the Champions League? Chelsea.
Everybody said PSG.
No. They're a team of individuals. Of PSG. They are a team of togetherness. I think it'll be Chelsea again.
I think it might City.
No, I think it'll be Chelsea.
Or Liverpool. Man
City. Thomas Tuchel's got Pep Guardiola's number. 30p in a bag of what's it?
30p in a bag of.
That's how much it'll cost Wayne Rooney. I think that Rafinha will go in the summer to Liverpool. Yeah, said that, and that rumour will not go away. We have got to get at least 65 million for him when you don't want to bring in 2 or 3 good players. I think we need more than that for him.
I think
we need at least 70 or 80 million.
He pays it, yeah.
Oh, I finished my fish and chips. Very nice. Do you think the training regime could be causing injuries? What people used to say about Bielsa burnout sort of thing?
Liverpool.
Amani thinks Liverpool's going to win Champions League. Sean thinks it's going to be Bayern Munich. Possibly, though, getting back to this one, this is an important question, everybody. Do you think the training regime could be causing injuries? Well, we always think we're missing 2 players, don't we? Every game there's at least 2 players, first team players missing. I've actually got a bet on Bayern, but the way Liverpool are playing, I could see them winning it. He's got, Salah's at this moment in time, it's best striker in the world, isn't he? At this moment in time, Salah's best striker in the world. There's no doubt about it. Rafinha player trip for Firmino, then by course, when the third is your choice. I won't mind having Firmino. With the way we play, we'll have 2 or 3 injuries every week. That's where we need a big squad. Yeah, but the problem is TD5. Bielsa won't play with a big squad. And unfortunately, he's too stubborn to change his ways of thinking.
If Gears works, who's the main? So
it's Rafinha. Yeah, but don't forget, right? With Grealish, they needed to spend that bit more money and getting Grealish away from Aston Villa because obviously he's tied. He's got a strong bond with Aston Villa, whereas Rafinha hasn't. Rafinha moving from Leeds to Liverpool is business for him. It's not. He hasn't got any other players getting injured in training. I think so. Anyway, but before I answer that one, I think 80 to 90 million you'll get for Rafinha. I really do. I think, but we won't be able to replace his talent. That's the problem. I have the players getting injured in training. That's what Sean said. Forgive me, Sean. Sean said that. I'm sure he did. Yeah. Sean said that there, Mally. Do you think that see, two people have said the same thing now? And I agree. We're always going to have 2 players missing every week. That's the problem. We're always going to have 2 players missing. And we haven't got the squad big enough to handle that, especially in Premiership quality anyway. Like Mally said, it's Bielsa's fault why we've got a thin squad. It's Bielsa's fault. It's how he likes to operate. It's how he likes to play.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Maybe he needs to he won't take risks until he's forced to. That's the problem. I agree with Big Mally, and I agree with Sean's about the player regime, and players getting injured. And I agree. Sorry, Hermione. I agree with Hermione when she says that he won't take risks. Where is Roberts playing? Our bench was all under 23s yesterday, apart from Forshaw, because he keeps persevering with him. Because he's stubborn. And he must think that there's a player in there somewhere, and he's relying on Roberts to get it out to produce it. But they are only getting injured. Are they getting injured during training? I don't know. I wouldn't like to say. Well, seal injuries and stuff normally happen during training, don't they? I'm hoping that some of the under-23s can make a step up to the first team to bolster the squad. I don't know if you were on earlier on when I was speaking to Lee about this, Michael, but I said if them under-23s couldn't get a first team start when we had so many senior players missing against Southampton, they never will. Peace and blessings. Hiya, Holy Ghost. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Amani, Roberts got a day off from emptying bins. That's why he played. Amani, you get worse. You like that one? You good one, it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey up, PhD. Hey up, Molly. No, he just, I don't know, he persists with this same thing, doesn't he? Here we go. Big Molly's saying, we need one or two seasoned players of Strachan just to keep us up. Strachan and Batty. There you go. They're 2 seasoned players. Strachan and Batty. That'll keep us up. Roberts and Rodrigo needed a performance against Southampton, but both were poor. Yeah, they had a chance of grabbing the game by scruff at neck, but they didn't take it, did they? If they get dropped, it won't surprise you. Won't be shocked. We haven't got enough competition in a side. A lot of players know that they're nailed on to start every week. Small squad, not big enough, I guess. Well, that's it. You see, Bamford knows that he'll just be able to walk back inside. He's got he's got no competition, has he? And that's not healthy for the club. How are you guys, Big Mally and the whole chat? We're all good, thank you, Holy Ghost. We're all good. We're all good, my friend. Hope you're well too, my friend. Amani, got to have a giggle or we'd be crying. I'll tell you something, Amani, I were almost crying on Saturday. Early on was a Sunday morning, I'm telling you. I ain't frightened, I've been honest. We seriously messed up by not replacing Saiz and Hernandez. We need a number 8 and 10 desperately. Am I saying hi, Holy Ghost? Michael Brown. Wolves will be a tougher game than Watford. They are on a 3-game winning run after a poor start to the season. Yeah, they've found form, Michael, haven't they? Jimenez is found back at net. So they've all found form. Amani fair, though, definitely, yeah. I just agreeing with Amani. I agree with Amani too. Apparently, Burnley have the smallest squad in the Prem, but looking at our squad, I disagree. Well, my argument with that is CD5. Look where Burnley are in table. They're in relegation places and they've got a small squad. That just goes to prove that you need a bigger squad in this league. I am as well as can be, thanks. It's good to hear, Holy Ghost. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. I've conceded that we will lose again against Wolves, but we need to give 120%. That's important. Yeah, we need a team performance, don't we? And, you know, we definitely need the team performance. They owe it not only do they owe it to Leeds United, a couple of you've got an audience. Are you dropping off, lad?
Huh?
A couple of you've got an audience.
I don't know, but I don't know. Okay, not much. We've got yeah, I agree with that. We need to put the performance.
Wake up, Lee, you got an audience.
Okay,
Yeah, I fell asleep on one stream. Live stream I did. I'd take 4 points from next 2 games. I think you've been a bit optimistic. I'd take 3 from next 2 games.
I'd take 3.
I'd take 3.
I'd take 3.
I'd say if we get a result against Wolves, it's a bonus. But we must beat Norwich. You can't beat Norwich. We might as well pack up and go home. Hermione, Wolverhampton fought back with guts and fought for each other against Villa. I'm worried about Saturday. I am as well, Hermione. Love, I am too. I expect a good, strong performance from Leeds against Wolves. I am sure those Leeds players, would know how poorly performed on Saturday. Even Bielsa admitted that Southampton deserved to win. You couldn't say any otherwise, could you? You've only done 1.5 hours late. I know. We've only done 1.5 hours.
Was that Big May?
No, yeah, Big Mally. We want to do, yeah. Question for Super League: who would you like to see in a number 10 role to replace Roberts? Who would you like to see?
Number 10.
He's looking now. He's going to study this now. You know, you've got him going now.
Probably Dan James.
No, number 10.
Number 10.
That's like that's number 10's where Roberts plays. Where like Rodrigo. No, top 10.
Probably Bamford. I'll give it to, or if you're not, give it to Phillips.
No, number 10 you'd say. Geltard?
Probably Gertrude or Greenwood.
There you go, that's who we meant.
Probably Greenwood.
Greenwood or Geltard, that's who Ollie goes, mate. Joffrey. Yeah, that's who we meant. You might even a bit confused then, Holy Ghost, but he got out of it, he got himself out of it. We'd get 3 at the most, let's be realistic. I agree. I think we'll be we should beat Norwich. I'm not saying we'll beat Norwich, but we should be looking at beat likes of Norwich, especially as relegation contenders anyway. You've got to beat that mini league, haven't you? It's a mini league in it of we're in relegation and 1 or 2 places above you. Unfortunately, we didn't beat that team. We were a place below us, and that was in Southampton. They've gone above us now, Southampton, aren't they? The least thing to do is draw against Wolves. Yep, totally agree.
Lose to Norwich.
And then beat Leicester. Yeah. A creative midfielder is needed. Yeah, I agree, Michael. And I agree with that as well, Amani. I do.
But lose.
A draw against Wolves, lose against Norwich, and then beat Leicester. We will raise our game slightly. We're going to have to, Sean. We're going to have to, my friend. We're going to have to raise it.
Be mine.
Number 10, Rafford, just to upset Amani. You're a brave man.
I mean, mine want me to go to Leeds United. Sign up if they want me to play for Leeds.
That's a good shout. If we play Joffrey, we will have to give him more than 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I agree. That was just meaningless.
If
meaningless.
Number 10 is Rafinha.
Oh, wait. Number 10, Rafinha. Oh. Oh, you can behave yourself, Big Mally. Liam White. Hello, Liam. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Nora Batty to Newcastle.
Cooper. No, Conon Channel.
Stan Butler to Newcastle. Some right mugs as well on Connor's channel saying we'll set out a load of rubbish. I think he's got to change something, though, hasn't he? He's got to change something. He's got to change something to D5. I think the most important person on Saturday will be the fans. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that we, the fans, can give the lads a boost that we need. Yeah, but they've also got to show the fans something to get behind as well, don't they? But works both ways. Works both ways, Early Ghost. Works both ways, my friend. Michael Brown. I know Rafinha should be available. Rafinha will be available. Phillips will be available. Bamford will be available, but we don't think Firpo's going to be available because he's a muscle injury.
Number 2.
Rafinha, Harrison, James on the wing would be ideal. Better than Rodrigo. Yeah.
What's off on fees? You haven't off yet? On fees.
They kicked off at 7 o'clock, did it under 23s, didn't they? I don't know what's go. Our fans can be fickle when things aren't going well. Mally, I think that's 99% of fans in general at any club.
Come on, Leeds on fees. Beat Everton.
1 second.
Come on, Leeds on fees.
Yeah, I think most fans can be unfickle if their things aren't going well. When things are going really, really well, we'll figure out all this. Holy Ghost. Sure, out. It beat me to it. Rafinha in a number 10 balance. Wow, another one. I was saying that. I'd said Rafinha, Dallas on one side. No, Dallas. James on one side and Rafinha on and Harrison on other. People saying Rodrigo at striker and will improve. Well, he's played a striker for the last few games, and yeah, I agree. Nothing. And I think playing him with midfield, you might as well play with 10 men. That's what I think personally. But there we go. I remember last season after losing to Palace and Leicester, and fans were getting worried. My man is bounced back here. She goes. Are you ready for response? James cannot give a final ball. Harrison being poor.
Yeah, Harrison has been poor.
Totally agree, Amani. Totally agree. I don't think at this moment that Firpo is any better than Alioski, but before his injury, he seems to be improving. I know. I don't know whether to put this one on screen or not, Mally. I'm going to put it on, read it, and take it off. I'm only taking pill last. What a joke. Thank you, Holy Ghost. You got me out of it there. I want to see that intensity we had. Come on, Leeds. I agree. Well, look, this has been brilliant, and it's been absolutely fantastic. What have we got? An hour 40 minutes. I hate that clock. I hate seeing that clock up there. No one wants that intensity. And on a minute, where are we? There we go. Yeah, I want to see that intensity. Holy Ghost. Yeah, he's laughing his head off. Rafinha can't give a final ball because he's too busy scoring. Well, he's just top goal scorer with 5, is it? Yeah, 5. 5 in league. So yeah, should be. It's going to be good to have them all back, but whether that's going to be enough to get us 3 points or even 1 point, I'd be happy with a draw. I would be. I'd be happy with a draw against Wolves. I know people say, "Oh, you should go for win," but I'd be happy with a draw, or at least put in effort if we're going to lose. At least put in effort. Give us something to shout about. Right, Michael Brown. This is a good point, by the way, everybody. At Valencia, Rodrigo was part of a two-man strike force. He played the second string striker, more of a creative force. I will play Rodrigo and Bamford up front together and see how that works. Yeah, but that means changing formation, and I don't think Bielsa's got it in him to do it. Rafinha is worsted on the wing, but Mali scored 5 goals from wing. So what you're saying is, if he were playing that middle, he'd get more than 5 goals. It'd be more than 5 goals. I think that's what Big Molly's trying to say, isn't it?
I think so.
Mally and Sean, as stubborn as Bielsa, can't have it when you're wrong. We lose Rafinha's game if you move him there. Not getting through it again. Not going through it again. Oh, poor Armani. But do you know so much? But Armani, would you try it just for a game, just to try change his thought, just to try and change something, just for him to try and do something different? Because this doing the same thing, time in, game out, isn't working. We've won 1 game all season.
If we think
and we're coming up to, well, it will be close to end of October.
Yeah. If we think you wasn't on the wing, have 10 goals by now.
No, I think he'd have about 7 or 8, but I won't go as far as saying 10. I mean, if you're saying 10, that puts him ahead of Sal. That puts him ahead of Mo Salah.
Yeah.
Isn't another problem as well, though, that we aren't creating for us attackers? Aren't we creating for them? Do you know what I mean?
Let's
stick with Rodrigo there. Let's stick with Rodrigo there then. We need to do something different, don't we? We need to do something different. Maybe play with 2 up front. I don't know. Maybe, but is Bielsa going to change it? I don't think he will. I think he's going to revert back to 4-1-4-1 again.
I can't see.
I think that's what he's going to go back to, because he can't play it free, because that doesn't work.
No, I can't see Bielsa's change his tactics.
You can't see him playing 2 up front?
No. 1 up front.
You think that's what's going to cost us?
Mm.
I'm not saying Rafinha should. I'm not saying Rafinha shouldn't go out wide after all. How many goals do we see him and Bamford out on wide? It's a good point, Mally. Sorry, Armani, won't be rude there, love. May as well play Casson there. Big, strong lad with good head on him. When Paddy back, Rodrigo will go back to attacking central midfield. Yeah, I agree, Sean. I agree. It'll revert back to tight water. Michael Brown. Rafinha played for Brazil against Uruguay in the same position. He played for Leeds and scored 2 goals on his full debut. Neymar played on the other flank. There you go. You see, that's Michael Brown saying that it's where he plays. Played there for Brazil and did score 2 goals. Again, it's all about opinions, isn't it? I think what it is, we all want the best for this club. And we're desperate to try anything.
Mm.
Difference from last season to this season. Last season scored a lot, conceded a lot. This season's not scored this when he conceded a lot. Yeah. Bit like the old-fashioned Brazil. You score 4, we score. You score 3, we score 4. You score 2, we'll score 3. Yeah, I agree with TD5 on that point. Hermione Fairlow, good shout. You can't compare. No, but you know what I'm trying to say, Big Mally. You know what I mean? Yeah, I won't comparing them to Brazil because I don't like Brazil. We're playing white and they're playing gold. But no, I know what you. I know. Amani, who would you play? Right, Amani, who would you play at number 10? That's a good question. Just gonna get a quick drink.
Be mine, yes. Because we on Zoom.
Well, yes, Amani, we are because we're way bigger than Brazil.
Come on, Lee.
Laugh.
Come on, Lee.
Yep, sure. It's all about opinions, and I am right. Big smile on the face.
Come on, Lee. I'm cheering for Sweden.
It's been good, hasn't it? It's been a good night, hasn't it? I didn't expect it to be as big as this actually, but it's been good. Been really good. I thought we'd get about 2 or 3 people. We've had questions. I didn't think we'd have as many questions. It's brilliant. I love it.
Gertard.
That's how you play as number 10, Geltard. I agree.
I said Gertard or Gilwood.
You did, didn't you? Well, you did, didn't you? Would you say you'd start Geltard instead of Rodrigo?
I would start Gertard over Bamford, but
you can't. Bamford's your main man, isn't he? I know what you're saying. You'd like to start him over Bamford.
I want to see Gilwood start with.
He won't do it, will he?
No.
He won't do it. He won't do it. I'm afraid, love. He won't do it. He won't do it.
Gertard.
Something needs to change, doesn't it? Something needs to change. Imagine if Bamford comes back and scores an hat-trick. Well, I laughed. I thought you were trying to laugh then.
Bamford come on here. It's got Bamford back to get a hat-trick. But how? What with penalties or just a normal?
You haven't got much faith in Bamford, have you? I think he might come back and score 1.
Yeah, that's my ball. Not. But how? What by penalty? No, or something.
He doesn't take penalties, does he? Bielsa has more chance of starting Traore than Geltard. Yeah, he's
Bamford on fire. Wolves defend. Bamford on fire. Wolves defend. Terrified.
We need to see some Derby guys. We need to see some. We need to see some change at Leeds, and hopefully that's even if it's a draw. Stop this rot. You know what I mean? Let's get a draw and push on. That's what we need to do. The only time these Bielsa's played the under 23s is when his hand's been forced. Yeah. Yeah, because he says that there's a phase, didn't he? There's a progression, there's a phase from when they come into it.
Yeah, Chad.
All right, next. Once Paddy back, Geltard won't even be in the squad, to be honest. It's a good point. It's a good point by Sean. Well, don't you have FIFA 22 on PS5? Do you have FIFA 22 on PS5?
Yeah.
He's asking you. Do you have? I think what he's saying is you haven't been on it lately.
No,
You're going to go on it tomorrow.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try for sure at number 10.
Try me number 10.
Try Lee at number 10. Bielsa won't change a thing. There lies the problem. Yep, we agree. That's brilliant. That's probably one of the comments of the evening, along with some others, but that's one of the comments of the evening. He won't change it. That's the problem. Bamford, before his injury, did not look on fire. He has only scored 1 goal this season against Burnley. TD5 has it on PS5.
Mm.
You're going to have to play Monday, aren't you? You're going to
Mm.
have to play against him one day. You're going to have to go against TD5 one day. That'd be interesting. But that's a very good point. Bamford, before his injury, did not look on fire. He's only scored 1 goal in this season against Burnley. Yeah. Well, we are what's the word? I think we're back to the very start, aren't we? We don't know where we know where it's going wrong. We know what we do, but we know that Bielsa won't do it. That's the problem. That's the problem. Bielsa's in charge at club when we're not, and
We need to get a point on the board before.
we need to get points on the board before the international break and after the Norwich game. God, there's another international break coming up. Bloody hell. I'm fed up. I don't like international breaks. It makes you weak drag.
Yes. That would be. TD5 is for me.
Would be good. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, it'll have to be arranged, TD5. Don't you worry about that. But no, that Michael Brown there. We need to get points on the board before the international break after the Norwich game.
No national break. How many national breaks either?
Wait till this time next season. World Cup will be on. We'll be getting excited about World Cup.
England.
Not enough. I'd rather watch paint dry.
England could win the World Cup.
Yeah, like Leeds can win Premiership this season.
But maybe not.
Cabbage. Via Norwich, they have to come on at half time. Sean, we should go for the Ross Barkley. We should go for Ross Barkley again. I'm not so sure, Sean. I've heard that his attitude is terrible. I've heard it's his attitude what's making why he hasn't gone on to bigger and better things. It's his attitude.
What was Barkley?
Yep.
It's
a bit like that. I forgot his name. Played for West Ham. Played for Man United. Ravel Morrison.
Mm.
It's a bit like Ravel Morrison. Could have gone on to bigger and better things, but instead chose to be with his mates. That's what I've heard. Well, look, I think we've been on longer than we thought we were going to be. Did you expect to be on nearly 2 hours?
No.
Didn't you?
No.
We go on as long as we need it to go on. Right, look, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up. You look like you're ready to drop, if I'm honest.
No, I just watched this
You're like
Monday.
hang on a minute. Moody sod. Who's a moody sod? Oh, Ross Barkley's a moody sod. I thought you were calling me a moody sod. I was going to say, hey.
I think we need to go back for Lewis O'Brien and John Ray.
I don't know. I knew it all depends on if Lee's got his second win. It all depends on if Huddersfield to challenge you for getting promoted or not. England have been pushed by the FA due to crowd trouble in the final at Euro 2020, and they have to play the next 2 home games behind closed doors, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you?
Yeah, behind closed doors because people putting apparently Gareth Southgate was not happy with that. I
don't get it, mate. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but never mind. We do one little thing wrong and we're punished. Jans Crescent. Yeah, she said that. She's been saying that since January summer transfer window. As a man, yeah, I agree. Lee's got his second win.
Yes, get in. Okay, see you.
Great stream. We'll have to arrange something on FIFA. Yeah. Ross Bardley is moody as hell. I agree, Hermione. Right, listen, we really are going to wrap it up there, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it. What we're going to do is we'll do a preview on Friday.
If we have to pay bank closed doors,
Hungary need banning. I don't think that'll happen, though. I really don't, Molly. I really don't. Right, well, look, we're going to end stream there. We'll be back on Friday with a preview. And if all happens, throughout week, we'll come back on again.
See you guys. Goodbye.
Enjoy tonight. I'm glad you did, Sean. I'm glad you did, my friend. We hope you've all enjoyed it, really, and I hope you feel a little bit better. Ollie's our MOT. Yeah, Amani, brilliant seeing you. Sean, everybody, Big Malik, thanks very much. Should ban Hungary for a tournament at the very least. I agree, Amani. Right, listen, we're going to let you all go. Speak to you all soon. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. You're very welcome, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your support as ever. It's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.